Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. For We Are Legion, Book 2 in the Bobiverse series by Dennis E. Taylor. Alright, now this one basically continues on in a decent spot. Honestly, space exploration, sci-fi always has fascinated me, so for me it's an easy sell. It's obvious, like, the author, I mentioned it before, in the first book is just like, he absolutely hates organized religion, I guess, or at least extreme religion, but anything to the extreme is bad, like I mentioned. But in this one, it's like he absolutely has a negative view of humanity. It's like no matter what, people will always try to eke out a win for themselves, no matter how, like, there are only 15 million people left on the Earth, and they're still competing for the top billing. They're still trying to take each other out in order to get the top spot. But it's just like, the more I think about it, it's just like, that's not very negative, because then I'm negative, because I think exactly the same way about that. So it's one of those things of like, okay, I think I've seen a lot about my own negativity towards the human race through this. So I'm liking it, but at the same time, I'm realizing a lot about myself. But I'm actually really enjoying the second one. They push out the galaxy a little more. They find more planets to colonize. However, the race, the Others, which is more of a Independence Day aliens, where they just eradicate planets entirely, except mine them for all their resources, then continue moving galaxy to or planet to planet, I guess, because they're all in the one galaxy. So I absolutely like that. I love that concept. At the same time, it's just like the way they make them out, the mindset they have, just like, if that was the mindset, how did they become an intelligent enough life to create technology? Of course, we're having, well, that's the one thing that makes it interesting, because we're coming at it from a human mindset. So you take an alien mind, I mean, that is possible for an alien mind, yet they can still think of technological advancements even though their mind is alien, which is the mindset to it all. So I actually do really enjoy the second book. The second book, there's not much, because the main villain still seems to be what was it? Nadieros? Crap, I forgot his name. But yeah, the Brazilian probe droid. He's technically still the main villain, because he keeps showing up over and over and over again. Just when you think he was eradicated, they introduce that there were several launches from Brazil that went out into space. So there are many more versions of that same person out there. Even though that the one that's just by himself seems to be an issue. So it seems pretty interesting how, even though they have this alien race out there that is eradicating entire species, the main villain is still another, replicant of the human race. So humans are awful creatures. One thing I do find odd about in the story, the Bobs are basically talking about how they have to work, they constantly are goal-oriented to get things done, and they just want to, do things. And I'm like, if they're because they hold like the senior Bob in this highest respect, and in my mind, I'm like, he ran away from all the problems that Bill had took onto himself, and these are all copies of themselves, that Bill took on, because he just wanted to get away from it all. That's the one thing that absolutely mind boggles me, because here he ran away. He literally found a planet of inhabitants, just merged with them, and completely stopped caring about humanity, completely stopped caring about the plights of what was out in the galaxy like the Others. Completely did not care about them. So in my mind, I'm like, why are they idolizing him every time he shows up to these groups, every time he does anything? Why? He should be seen as the least effective of the Bobs. The one who should be idolized is Bill. I mean, he's the one, it's Bill. Yeah, he's the one who gets everything done. He's the one who's actually coordinating everything. He's the one who's basically created most of the technological advancements. Sure, he's been sitting in the same zone for the longest period of time. However, look at Bob. he got to Delta Eridani and remained there for what, 50 years and didn't really do anything. Yet Bill had gotten the Scut Works, the interstellar communications, and I mean, all these things he got up and running. You really got to read the book in order to understand a single thing I'm complaining about. Definitely worth a read. Really do like the concept that they're going for. It is confusing me though, because it seems like they introduce things and then you think it's something that's very important, yet because the time, I don't know if it's actually happened yet when they go to the next chapter. I thought it was done in consecutive order, but I don't think so, because when Mario finally messages back about the others, nobody seems to care until, well, something starts happening. I don't know if that's just he felt it wasn't worth even mention, like where a gloom over their shoulders, or the shadow of it, some kind of weird line to let people know what's going on. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.